It's safe to say that by now, most of us know a thing or two about sex, but though we've gained plenty of experience through the years, the primal act still seems like a mystery and there's always something new to discover. Yes, we spend a ton of time reading, watching and practicing intercourse, but even veritable sexperts can always stand to learn a thing or two. Case in point, these wild facts about sex. From the reason we don't pee all over ourselves mid-thrust to the skinny on why food is such a turn-on for some people, you're gonna wanna check these facts out. Forget the cheese-tastic pickup lines and dazzle your significant other. Also, initiate some foreplay with your newfound sex knowledge or trade sexy facts back and forth in your next steamy texting session. And just remember, when it comes to sex, knowledge is power. Vibrators were actually invented for something else. The vibrator was originally invented in the 19th century as a way to reduce hysteria. That seems a little extreme. However, we do not recommend testing that theory by taking away a woman's vibrator to see if she goes into a hysterical fit. That's just dangerous. The sperm ratio: your average healthy man produces approximately 300 million sperm in just a teaspoon of his semen. However, it only takes one little swimmer to fertilize a woman's egg and it can live for up to a week inside your body. The first thing people do after sex is forget post-coital cuddling. According to a poll by consumer electronics site Retrievo.com, 36% of people under the age of 35 check their Facebook and Twitter accounts after a roll in the hay. Hopefully, they are not posting any pictures. Which sex actually gets busy more often? Think men get laid more than women. Wrong. According to Men's Fitness, women have sex 17% more often than the average guy. Go girls. The longest orgasm ever. Even though the male O seems to get all the attention, it turns out the vagina owners get the last laugh when it comes to climaxing. The average orgasm for people with vaginas lasts 20 seconds to 14 seconds longer than the male's 6-second O. Orgasms are good for you. Orgasms are good for your health. They can lower a woman's risk of heart disease, stroke, breast cancer and even depression. So have sex and get happy. Sexercise is not a myth. Sex counts as a workout. During 30 minutes of active sex, you burn about 200 calories. And you can even have an orgasm while working out. Sperm is a natural antidepressant. According to a study conducted on 293 female college students at the State University of New York in Albany, exposure to semen can lower symptoms of depression. And it's mighty healthy. 1 teaspoon of semen contains over 200 proteins and several helpful vitamins and minerals including vitamin C, calcium, chlorine, citric acid, fructose, lactic acid, magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, vitamin B12 and zinc. Sex makes you dirty. But, in a good way when aroused. People are not as likely to think things are disgusting, according to a study published in the online journal PLOS ONE. Your brain responds to sex in all kinds of different ways. Researchers at Rutgers University, who used fMRI scanners to find out exactly what happens in your brain when you're aroused, found that different regions of the brain became activated in response to stimulation of the vagina, cervix, clitoris and nipples. Sex releases hormones that prevent you from peeing. Ever notice that it's kind of tough to go pee right after sex? Your body releases an antidiuretic hormone when you orgasm, which prohibits you from going potty as easily as usual. Just don't hold it for too long, or you could risk infection. It can be hard to conceive because, most of the time, a woman only releases 1 egg per month. Teens start younger. According to Live Science, by the age of 19, a whopping 71% of American teenagers have already had sex. Which is why shame-free, science-based and age-appropriate sex education for young people is crucial. Answering your phone during sex isn't polite, but it isn't uncommon either. Mom can multitask. According to a survey, at least 12% of moms admitted to using their cell phones during sex. When young people make their sexual debuts, the Kinsey Institute estimates that, on average, boys first have sex at age 16.9. For girls, the age jumps to 17.4. Physically talking about sex makes sex better. People who are more open to talking about sex are actually happier with their sex lives, according to Live Science. You're not the only one aroused by food. Think food as sexy? Some people admit to feeling a similar sense of arousal when thinking about food as they do when thinking about sex. Your body image plays a huge role in sex. According to Live Science, a small study of women found that those who accepted their bodies reported better sex. So appreciate your body, or your sex life could suffer. Sex increases your pain threshold. According to a study published in the Journal of Sex Research, a person's pain threshold significantly increases during arousal. Your brain turns off, sort of, during sex. According to a study from the University of Groningen in the Netherlands, the amygdala, the part of the brain involved in fear and anxiety, shuts down during a female orgasm. So that brain mush you experience during sex is legit.